Hello there everyone, this is Neko here, getting ready to play Icarus, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a structural integrity episode. I'm going to show you some things you can do, some things you can't do, and all that fun stuff. Also, my birthday's coming up in December 28th, and I'm almost to 250 subscribers. We're getting pretty close to hitting my next milestone marker. Also, I absolutely appreciate all of you who watch my videos, who check out my videos, even if it's for like 30 seconds and all that fun stuff, and those who comment and help give tips and everything else. Really helps motivate. Alright, so some things you can do is build fake floating bases with this, because some of these things, building pieces, do not have a proper hitbox. As you can see by this, I can place it right here and it's floating. However, if I remove this, this would crumble. Now if you go look at my video from like a year ago or whatever, where I did killing animals with physics, you will see I built a contraption or a setup to see if I could get animal to basically make a free XP farm or a free meat farm, where I would get the animals to run up to me, drop, and die. And if you want to see the results, you can check out that video. Now, another thing is, as you can see here, hold on a sec, one thing that annoys me is, as you can see here, this structure, it goes up to the same height as this one, which means adding these cross beams does nothing, at least for height wise. Now, I accidentally built this too close to this, so I can show you a little bit of a structural integrity. Hold on a sec. One thing I hate is I kind of can't see this color, this integrity of the object unless I have something. Hold on a sec here. I think it's saying it's green. So we can go up to here with stone. Looks like we could go a little higher. There we go. So that's about the height you can go with stone on this setup. To be able to test whether or not the single pole does the same, I would have to temporarily remove parts of this. But as you can see, the weight of the objects do play a role, because watch when I place down concrete. If I place it one floor under, you can see it's starting to shake and about ready to break. If I place it one more lower and then I remove this piece, you can see it starts to go, uh-oh. And if let's see if this piece helps. And as you see, that's as high as you can go with concrete using wood poles. So and using stone, you can go up to here. You can probably go higher, but with this setup, now in order to test that with this, I would have to remove part for the stone, because I accidentally built too close. Come on. We're going to need to place that right there. We're going to need to replace some of this so that I don't accidentally fall. Come on. So one thing I do like about Icarus that they've done well is, you flip, is their ability to use structural integrity. That's the one thing I like about the game, but as you can see with me trying to place down the poles, I do not like how they did the poles. Okay, so let's remove that. move this. As you can see, the same height with just the pole here, which if I remember correctly, it was right. Come on. Oh, I hate that. Thunderstorms. As you see, it can support itself here at this height, but when I tried to put it on this height with just a single pole, it couldn't support itself. As you can see right here, it's starting to shake and waver. So even though you can't go very high, having these cross beams here across it like this does add structural integrity. It does help pieces be able to be added. The same thing with this. So in order to achieve this at a stable height, we would have to come down to... Oh yeah, it's nighttime, so I'm gonna have to go to bed real quick and continue this after the... So let's go sleep, let's skip this part. Alright, thunderstorm's over, so now we're coming back. And as you can see here, this is like 2 spots lower and it's about to break. If I lower it down to about here, and I remove that, it should be okay. Yeah, as you can see, it has to be much lower in order to support itself. And that's just with 1 pole. With 2 poles, it could be up higher than that, like two levels higher. And then concrete was down like right here, or actually with 2 poles, concrete was about the same level as that is. Actually, concrete was higher with 2 poles, and you can see how the difference in the beginning of the video. The difference, because as you see here, this is actually, I think this is in the way. Yes, it was. As you can see, 1 pole with stone can support equal weight to 1 concrete with 2 poles set up or 3 poles set up combined. Which means if I throw this onto here, theoretically, yeah. So with just 1 pole, concrete can't be supported by wood poles, as you can see. And I know there's people who did better than me and knows a lot more than me, but this is just a quick basic rundown of how this works. And now, as you can see here, I haven't actually even reached the top of this yet. I still got like 1, maybe 2 more layers higher to go. We're gonna tear down this little part here because I can use some of this to continue to build that up higher. But as you can see, the difference in height and difference in structural integrity. 1 pole can't support concrete, and it can only support stone 1, 2, 3, like 3, 4 poles high. While this setup can support more. So I'm gonna grab this back down if I can reach it from down here. Okay. We're gonna grab that back. You stupid. I hate. I love their structural integrity, but I hate their building. Give me the stone back. Alright, now we're gonna climb up this pole or this setup. I'm gonna have to... I'll probably tear down this side too, just so that I can actually show, but by the looks, as you add more stability and you add more ground support, for example, these pieces right here and here, added in, help to increase the height when I don't have that down here. And well, the same thing with concrete poles and all that. So basically, what happens if you switch to stone, you can reduce, let's say, the X's here and just have the support beams here. If you switched to concrete, you could basically just have 4 poles connected at the top. That I don't know. I haven't actually tested it, but you can also extend the height. I do not know if it works with where if you have a concrete, then stone, then wood, how high you can go. I would have to test that out, but for now we're just testing out this, how high you can go with wood. Just wood alone, going up like this. And right now, I think the only thing I have capable of getting me up there is these. And you might be wondering why I have a bunch of these. It's because right now I discovered that lightning strikes had hit up at my place up there and burned down a lot of wood support. So I ended up losing 1 solar panel in the process because of that. So I went up there and started adding in concrete, or not concrete, but stone structure, poles, and ramps so that I can speedily get up and down there when I need it. Right now, going up that at the way I am, I end up taking like 3 in-game hours to get up there. It's insane. Okay. Come on. We're gonna put that right. There we go. You can easily get up this without needing little roofs here because you can just hug the side like this. Once the issue I'm gonna have is right here, so I'm gonna tear out this section a little bit. That's gonna should make that structurally weak and potentially break, but okay, when I get up there, I'll get the rest, and I'll come back down and get that. Alright, up. Woo, gotta be careful I don't fall off because I don't want to break a bone and die. Come on. There we go. And by the looks, the wider your support base, the higher you can go. At least from my previous experiences, which means if I built this multiple support bases of this, like 1, 2, 3, like in other words, I made this exact same setup but copied it 3 more times around this and then connected them all up so we have a center support structure with these cross beams, it probably would go even higher. It's been a while since I've done one like that. In my previous series, I did do a tower in order to try to maximize solar panels, but then I realized I could climb up the side of a mountain using wood poles. I think this is the height limit. And it might be because of it supporting stone. I'm not 100% sure. Alright. There we go. Now with concrete and all that fun stuff, you're choosing to reduce the amount of materials versus... Oh, I think this is the structural limit for this setup. But with concrete and stone, you're choosing some structural... you're getting stronger material, using less of it, but at the cost of a higher cost. So you have choices, and I don't think this is going to support the stone. Yeah, nope. I think if I was to... Whee! Oh, come on, let me back down, you stupid game. If I wanted to increase structural integrity, I could add in a little bit more down at the base if I increase the base structural integrity. But as you can see, with this setup, I'm higher than that, and it can support more higher. In fact, where would it support concrete? I would have to figure out a spot. Let's see if it would support it here. Oh yes, very, very much so. And you can see this is way, way higher than that structural setup down there. So even though you might not be able to get as high with using more and more and more materials, but you can support more and more, because as you can see, one pole could not support concrete. 2 poles could barely support it up to about like right there. And now with 4 poles with basically max integrity, we're reaching... Hold on a sec. Let's go until it starts to shake. So that I would assume would be right here. I would assume this spot is the limit because right there it starts to crack. So this might be the absolute limit. Yep. Okay, so we gotta go down one more. And this is on the outside, hanging it on the outside. Huh. Strange. This side, I must not have this side completely 100% structurally equal to the rest of these. Yes, that I do not. That explains quite a bit. Ah, you flip. That explains why I wasn't getting where I wanted to. Is the rest of it supported? I'm assuming so. Okay, now that we have that, we're gonna take this back. Woo! So the integrity improved a tiny bit. So does that mean that it improved on the spot I was trying before? So it can... Nope. maybe I'm missing more structural integrity, but either way, as you can see, it supports it the better and higher you do this. So this is just basically a quick crash course of structural integrity for people who don't know. You can get really, really high with wood without having to build other materials and use other materials or make it that expensive. Anyways, if you enjoyed this quick little crash course, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Maybe like, pass it on to other people, all that fun stuff. If not, I understand. Not everybody wants to learn. But anyways, if you want to see more of this series, make sure to check out the in-screen credits that are coming up. If you want to be added on to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. If you're privately, sadly I can't tell. I have a little dashboard that tells me who's publicly and who's private and who's basically, and that's it, not who's private. Anyways, if you want to see other games I do, make sure to check out my channel. I do other games right now. I'm just trying to ride the Icarus high and get as many people to see me and all that. For now, next time, I'll see ya. Bye bye.